As far as the Bears in Atlanta?
Bears. Bears Falcons.
Analysis. How's this game going to break down?
Really quick, the game is going to.
Basher and a flying squirrel.
Yeah, we've got 2 straight dome games. We looked pretty good there. We've beaten the Falcons 8 out of 9, 3 straight, going back a couple years. Last year, December 18th, Kyle Orton was pulled in the game, and they put in Rex. So Kyle Orton wants his. What do they call that? Starts with the R and ends with the Revenge. So we're going to get it. This will be sole possession in the NFC North, which we got to keep. And Matt Ryan's been playing good. You got to give the guy credit for being a rookie and 3rd overall pick. That's a lot of pressure. Which camera am I at? And but every time, like I said, if Turner doesn't score touchdowns, he leads the league with rushing yards and touchdowns. If he does not score a touchdown, the Falcons do not win. And we've got 7 sacks in the last 2 games, and that was against some good quarterbacks, which I'm not saying he's not, but he is a rookie. So I'm going to call the score. The Bears are, believe it or not, this sounds weird, but I believe the Bears are 9th in the league in scoring with almost 27 points a game. Now, who'd have figured?
We have another caller.
Anyway, let's go Bears.
Britt, talk to me, Britt.
Hello, Britt.
40-3 Bears.
Britt.
Hello.
Hi, Britt.
Hi, how are you guys?
We're good. How are you?
Awesome.
Good. So are you guys like a sports show?
We're totally.
We're trying to be.
You guys rock.
Thank you. We're not models. I'll tell you, we're not male models. We'll tell you that much.
I was going to say you're pretty hot, but I didn't want to say that out loud. But
You can say that out loud.
Flattery will get you everywhere.
Friday nights for drinking. It's
Thank
okay.
you.
Nice.
Awesome. So I have a question for you. I know you guys have been talking about football, and it appears to me that you're all are football fans.
It is a football
It is
show.
a football
I
show.
was wondering if you guys think that the Tampa Bay Rays are overrated.
Tampa Blue Rays? Who?
No, the Tampa Bay Rays.
that a new football team?
I'm sorry, I'm talking about base.
I know that
yes.
a middle school kid in Florida got suspended for shaving his head in the Ray Hawk or whatever that is, but I don't know much else about the team.
Yeah, I didn't know people still watch baseball. Is that on?
I've been watching it because
Is it still
I've been
I thought the World
watching it
Series
because
was
the
last week. Is it
Dodgers.
still on?
I'm still kind of on the hot thing.
Yeah.
The hot thing, yeah.
Hey.
The ball was nice.
I'm gonna
I
go
will
for it.
say
Tampa
yes,
Rays
they're-
overrated.
They're
I-
overrated.
Sure.
But I do think that the Rays
Horrible.
could beat the Lions, the Rams, and maybe the Bengals.
I bet their pitching staff could beat the Lions.
For sure. For
They can
sure.
probably throw better than Kidna.
Let's go Rays.
Kid, he throws fine. He just throws it at people like Charles Woodson and whoever's on the wrong team. The ball looks good. I mean, it spins nice. It's got
a nice-
rotation. He
he's
can
fine.
throw it a
He
while.
puts a lot of effort. He
Yeah.
steps.
His footwork
face
is
looks
good.
tough,
His
and he
footwork
Slow-mo
is
shots
fine.
look great. I mean,
Yeah.
Just not
Especially
quite
when he's
right.
getting sacked.
that was a little different.
He looks great getting sacked.
I read an article. They went to his house, and on his mantle is a pretty tall statue of Jesus handing off to a kid, and that's like the focus of his
Where do you
of
get a
his
statue
mantle.
like that?
That's peculiar.
I don't know, but I mean,
Like that.
that's
that is odd.
I
that's
could have a statue
cool.
like that.
That's cool. Not saying anything is not cool
Little
about that. But
ostentatious, but-
We are where Justin is going to tell us what's going to happen this week.
All right. Dallas.
You want to rub the helmet?
Yeah, I can rub
the helmet.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that we're going to see a good game out of Dallas and Arizona this week. It's going to be a pretty big shootout. Arizona's ranked 3rd in passing, and right behind them is Dallas. Right now, Kurt Warner is throwing hot. He's got a 102.5 passer rating.
And over 1,000 yards.
And
passing.
over 1,000 yards in passing.
The old bionic arm.
Yeah.
and a lot of fumbles though.
He had 2 fumbles in one game. It was a bad time, but
Focus on Jesus.
he's throwing a lot more touchdowns than he is turnovers, which is the key to winning any game, essentially. But I think it's going to be a big shootout, but I think you're going to actually see an upset. I think Arizona is going to dump Dallas for it. So
I sure hope so.
And again, I will probably make you just, apologize because I'm going to
it
say
very well
Dallas
could be.
Cowboys.
However, Arizona's 8-2 at home under Wisenhunt, and the game is at home. They're looking hot.
I think you judge him with your heart instead of your head.
I don't like Kurt Warner. I think that he's a silly person, but I think he is really good at football.
His
and
wife has a flat top.
Yeah, she's not an attractive lady, but it doesn't make you lose games by having an ugly wife.
If they do lose, is T.O. gonna cry again?
Oh, yeah.
Will he
absolutely.
cry?
If
In
they
fact,
win, he's going to cry.
Yeah,
he's going to
that's
start
true. I
crying
forget
a
about
lot
that.
regardless anymore of anytime he doesn't get every ball for a touchdown, it's going to be a whine.
You're seeing history.
But I mean, he
might
literally
repeat itself.
cried.
Yeah.
Maybe.
He broke down and cried. And then I think, didn't he kiss
A goat?
Wade Phillips? Wade Phillips, yes.
Yes, a goat.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, he did.
Why did he kissed Wade Phillips?
Because Wade Phillips apologized, and so he said, "I love you, Wade. You were my bestest friend, and you go be happy."
I saw the picture, the photo op with Chad Johnson and Terrell Owens and Jerry Jones is in between them. And actually, I'll go back to that because we have Bo.
Bo!
Oh,
Hey!
Do you know Bo?
How's it going, guys?
It's good.
Hi, Bo.
Hey, I haven't heard you guys talk about the Cardinals for the longest time. I would appreciate what you guys have to say about them.
like I'm saying.
He's saying the Cardinals are hot.
That's right.
I've read a report this morning about Anquan Bolden. He's doing okay. He just broke his sinus. He's going to be back in.
Oh, I didn't know they did.
Yeah, he was injured. He's down. He's probably going to be out this week. But as soon as they get back in, they're still winning games and looking good without him. Larry Fitzgerald is having the season that he's always wanted to have and never been able to do. So
I don't know. I think Larry Fitzgerald actually does this every year.
Yeah.
the
But
key
only at
is
home.
winning games.
But
Yeah.
only at
That's
home.
the difference.
They cannot go on the road.
I'm still a little skeptical that Anquan Bolden will be able to make a real comeback this season. The injury that he suffered, a broken sinus, it takes 2,500 pounds of pressure to break that bone in your face.
Man.
They have to go in through your face and take out the chunk of bone, which is what they did. He shattered his face. They call it the car crash injury because typically it only happens when you have a head-on collision and you hit your steering wheel. He's got a mashed up face. His grill is done. I can't imagine coming back and playing through that and concentrating even relatively close to effectively.
You should have told me that earlier because I was actually debating trading for him. But I didn't, so I'm glad.
There's a chance he can come back. I mean, there was a hockey player that came back from a similar injury, but just knowing those statistics about it, it's ouch.
Yeah, I was going to trade him Willie Parker, though, because I'm full of running backs, and Willie Parker's injured, too. But the face thing doesn't sound pleasant.
That's not.
No.
I mean, I don't know how many hits if I had a shattered sinus. I
Last time
wouldn't be
someone
able to.
shattered my face, I didn't come back and play football for at least a month.
I actually just ate yogurt a lot.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what I did.
there, like,
it was smoothies, too. You had to get it through a
smoothies?
straw because I couldn't chew it.
Did they have to go without lumps, like no peach yogurt? Yeah.
No, there's nothing, and it's a smoothie. It's smooth.
No, this is fascinating.
If you want to see a smashed sinus, I can show if you can
No,
zoom in
no,
on the nose.
no.
I've had my sinuses smashed so many times. This is what a smashed sinus looks like.
Off the camera.
See, this is a smashed sinus.
That's just.
That's
So that's
Scary.
what
You've
Antoine
just
Bolden
made-
is
Never
feeling
do that
right now.
again.
Remember
My
the
nose
hot
has
call?
been thoroughly
The girl that
smashed.
said we
yeah.
were hot. Yeah, I think you
Yeah,
lost it.
Anyway, that is a smashed sinus. That's what Antoine
Well,
Bolden
No
is doing
longer
right
hot
now
on
at home.
television.
Look, Ma.
Well, Brit's not digging us.
Yeah, Britt is no
Britt,
longer
we've
down.
lost Britt.
Sorry, Brit.
Thank you, Bo. Thank
Didn't
you
wanna
for
wreck
calling
your
us.
Thank you.
Look, guys, I
Thanks,
paid
Bo.
I paid Britt $5 to call in and say that. I
Oh,
just
yes.
I was gonna say that after the show, but
Had my hopes
okay.
up.
All right, Matt.
Back
what's
on track.
happening?
Back
What's
on
happening
track.
next week?
Okay, so since I struck out on the Texans last week, I figured, hey, why not? Let's go with them again. We got the Texans versus the Dolphins this week in the crap fest of the week, I'm absolutely sure.
The toilet bowl.
The Toilet Bowl. We'll call this the Toilet Bowl of the week. But, hey, why not? It could be entertaining. I do see the Texans coming out on top. I just see them as a cohesive unit, and I think that team is a lot better than their record shows. They're a lot better than the stats, let's say that. Chad Pennington is playing. A lot of people have said they're surprised about Chad Pennington. I think Chad Pennington is playing like he always has. He's always been very consistent. He's got kind of a noodle arm, but it's accurate. I mean, that's all I can say about him. He's just accurate and halfway.
He's intelligent.
Steve Slayton
Very
is playing
smart.
off the chain, though.
Yeah.
This is a guy coming out of the draft that I thought was a fantastic talent. Nobody wanted to pick up because he was undersized. There's been a lot of undersized players that have made significant impact to their team, and I think Steve Slayton will be one of them. Now, Ronnie Brown, on the other hand, for the Dolphins, playing out of, what is that, the Wildcat formation? I'm going to take the snap and run over
We've
your
got a
whole
call.
team.
Okay.
Oh!
Hey, Troy. Troy.
John Stewart over Ryan, what?
How's it going, guys?
Hi,
Good.
Troy.
Hi, Troy.
Troy.
Hey, quick question for you.
Sure.
Oh,
So I'm debating on starting Jonathan Stewart over Ryan Grant this week. Ryan Grant obviously hasn't been producing a lot. However, they're playing against Seattle this week.
It's a trick because you got Jonathan Stewart is a rookie and he's playing the Bucks. who don't allow. Their average rushing yards allowed is 99 this year. So, and they haven't let any running back into the end zone yet. So that would probably, I'd steer with Grant.
I don't know if I can back you up on
Yeah,
that.
that's what I was debating because
I have-
Ryan Grant could have his blow-up game.
And Seattle hasn't done anything against the run.
Seattle.
Yeah, however, Ryan Grant hasn't done anything over 80 yards all
4.4
season.
yards, or 4.4 points per game right now.
Put it this way:
Yeah.
start anybody playing against the Seahawks.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say.
Good point.
So,
It
all
doesn't
right,
matter who it
guys.
is.
Thanks for the call, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Troy.
If it was a third string receiver, I'd start them against.
Yeah, the Seahawks are terrible.
Does that take us in?
Either
I'm
way,
so hot.
actually, I still have to make my pick, and I was going to thank Mac for riding a three-legged pony and picking the Texans again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right. You're so going to apologize next week.
I'm not going
For
to.
using the
so
term
sorry,
three-legged
man.
pony.
Dolphins are going to
I'm so-
spank them.
the
Dolphins
heart
are
of a
not gonna
champion.
The Finns, furious Finns. Anyway, I'm going to.
Tuna.
Yeah, I'm going to pick the
Is there something about tuna and dolphins?
tuna and Dolphins. Well, yeah, the tuna is coaching the
The
Finns
Tunas?
now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's great.
That's irony.
Fantastic. I'm picking the Bolts over the Pats this week. They're going to get back on track because they're better than they look. I don't think they're a good team.
No.
And I think the Pats are playing better than they are. And this will be the week that we find out that they are who we thought they were.
They are who we
But
thought
no
they
one
were.
gets off the
That
hook.
was a pretty ambiguous statement there.
I think
It
everybody.
was
They are
ambiguous
where they thought were there.
it was ambiguous when Dennis Green said it.
Yeah, there's no way Patriots are going to kill them. Patriots are coming back to where they were last year. You mark my words. I bet the Patriots don't lose one, maybe two games the rest of the season. They are the
I
Patriots.
think that's a pretty gutsy statement.
I
Well,
think you're
I'm,
very bold saying
I'm
that.
I think
full of guts.
That's laying it out there. That's
Yeah, they're not going to lose more than two games the rest of the season, and they're going to put a whooping on the Bolts. I bet they beat them by. I'll bet you. Betting's illegal, but I'll not bet you
We should do
$5.
this. We should do this. The loser has to read a prepared statement by the winner.
In nothing but tidy whities.
No,
Oh
just
my.
just the
Please,
prepared
no.
No,
statement.
my
It's
mom
just-
watches the show, please.
Your
Okay.
mom's the only person
Anyway.
watching the show.
But
Is
yeah.
watching the
No,
show?
Go Pats.
where I'm going with this is that the offense of the Patriots has suffered more against the Chargers than any team in the NFL over the last 5 years. They throw like Brady throws interceptions. They don't run the ball at all now. I don't know what's going on with Lawrence Mulrooney, and that's what's gonna. That's why I'm picking the Bolts.
Lawrence Mulrooney
And I'm
had
going to
a
pick the
shoulder
Pats
injury.
to continue to lose because their passing game isn't that effective. It's just effective enough, and they're not running the football. They have got to start running the football.
That's true. But I hope
think-
it's not out of spite.
I think Rivers is an overrated quarterback. I think LaDainian Tomlinson is still suffering from his nagging injuries from the offseason.
I think he's suffering
I think
from not getting the
Sproles-
ball.
Okay, that could be it too. I think Sproles he's going to be good in a few games because people don't know how to gauge his speed right
Yeah.
away. But now, once 5 games in the season, they're going to have a good gauge on that. I think the Patriots are going to roll them up too.
I'm with the
You're with the
boys.
consensus?
Yeah,
Say by
I don't
14
like
points.
the
I'll
Patriots,
say
and
by
I'm going to
14
say that.
points.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that's
I
gonna
will
be
read
Patriots'
a
victory.
prepared statement and then I'm going to prepare statements
get
for
to
all
hit you
three
with
of
the
you.
wooden
Yeah.
paddle.
Does it have
Next
to be
week.
a barbershop quartet type statement? We.
You know, I'm actually not even convinced.
That'd be
You've
pretty
got
cool.
Frank. The Patriots are going to win. I just want you to lose.
Frank
I know
with the
that you
kicking
want me.
question.
Hello, Frank.
Hello, Frank.
What?
Kicking question,
Kicking
Frank.
question. Frank.
Does it have anything to do with the three-legged
Frank.
mule?
Hello.
Hello, Frank.
Hello?
Hello.
Hey.
It's a football show.
Can you guys hear me?
Absolutely.
Yes, I
Yeah, yeah.
I've got a kicking question.
Sure.
Yeah, about the kicker. I was curious if you could explain to me how would a kicker kick his field goal if his knee's the other way?
If his knee went the other way,
Backwards.
I guess,
He would
so
stand
the leg
backwards.
would
Okay,
go
all
like
hold. Who
this.
wants to kick?
It would kick like that.
Yeah,
No, you stand
I'm gonna take this.
Okay.
I want to see this. This is gonna be football
gonna
goal.
kick a ball
You're
back?
gonna hold it, or I thought you were kicking.
No, I'm holding. I don't even know how to kick backwards. You have to kick backwards like that.
Yeah, that's why we have a football
That's
show.
how you would kick it.
That's why we're on TV.
We major in football and karate.
And you would probably do better than Martin Gramatica.
Yeah, that guy stinks.
He
Who
stinks.
was it that had the
Even if
club
he had a
foot
backwards knee.
that back in the day had the chopped off toes and he was still
Oh, yeah.
kicking
Dempsey?
long. Yeah.
Yeah.
the long bombs. I don't think you need a full foot to.
Well, that
to
was
kick
like
the football.
actually kind of kicking with a hammer, though.
Or a full
Because it
brain
was just
to
like
host this show.
club at the beginning.
Nice. Thank you, Frank. That was.
Thank
was
you.
a good
Thanks,
one.
Frank.
I hope that
Question.
answered your question.
All right.
We're all about
Fantasy
answering
report.
questions.
Fantasy.
We're on the
report.
fantasy report.
Me?
Yeah.
you're
Really
up.
quick, my stud is Matt Jones of the Jacksonville Jaguars. He's 6'6". He runs a 4.3 40, and
Loves
he's
cocaine.
David Isn't it my segment?
I had to interject. Got arrested. Why not? He'll run real fast.
Anyway, Matt Jones. And they're 3.5 games behind. They in their division, and everybody said they were going to be a lot better. So I think Matt Jones is fired up. I think David Garrard will go to him all day. I think he ends up with 2 or 3 touchdowns this weekend. And my dud is Mr. Marvin Harrison, because mostly of his Muppetness, he looks a lot like a Muppet, and I don't think anybody that looks as Muppetish as he does is going to have a good
Bob,
weekend this
we got a
weekend.
caller.
Hi, Bob. Bob
Oh,
online.
Bob.
Hello.
Hello, Bob.
Hello, Bob.
Yeah, who do you think's going to win first? St. Louis, Cincinnati, or Detroit?
Good question.
Ooh.
Sam?
Wow. I think that actually there's going to be a basketball team win a playoff game first.
Wow, that's
The
that's
Denver
really
Nuggets
saying
are going to win a basketball playoff game before any of these teams win.
That's when.
That's bold.
Isn't that February?
Yeah, they're not going to win until next year. That's what I'm saying.
Nevuary. Nevuary is the
Nev-
answer to
Nevuary?
that question. None of those people.
It's
No,
not
oh,
going to be St. Louis.
it's
not
not
going
gonna
to
be
be
St.
Detroit.
I will say Cincinnati will win first, just because I think they have the ability to win. I will say Detroit will win second because they're too stacked on offense to not at least pull out one win versus a team that falls asleep on them. I don't see St. Louis winning. I see them possibly being the winless team this year.
Yeah, they got a
see
shot
them-
at it.
They got a
After they
good
fired
shot at it.
Linehan, that team's a train wreck.
Oh, yeah. They've
Yeah.
got a good shot at it. I actually think that Detroit's going to do it first, and they're going to do it this weekend because the Minnesota Vikings are going to fall asleep at the wheel.
You think so?
I think so.
It's a good
I
possibility.
think as soon as they put the ball in Peterson's hands, the game's over because
Yeah,
Detroit
yeah,
can't
yeah.
stop a stiff wind. They couldn't stand in a row and stop a stiff wind.
Yeah, I know, but they could line up. They could put 9 guys in the box like everybody else has done. And
then-
it didn't work for the
Then
Saints
a senior
because
citizen will just throw over the top of their
yes,
heads.
exactly. He rode the bus to work for free, and he's
Ate
throwing
his
touchdowns.
oatmeal.
He ate his
had
oatmeal.
His Quaker oats, and he's going to throw touchdowns over Detroit.
5
All
seconds.
right, you got the fantasy report,
All right.
Justin.
I'm taking defenses this week. Defense and special teams. It's going to be the Saints, start 'em, sit the Cowboys.
I cannot agree more with that. The Cowboys are so inconsistent. And Felix Jones is, I bet he's not even going to be running back kicks pretty soon because they like him on offense so much they don't want to get him hurt. So that the wild card of how they score is probably going to go away.
Yeah.
What do you got, Mac?
I'm going to take running backs this week. I will make a bold statement. I think it's rather bold. I like to
Rather?
be bold. I'm bold.
Like the detergent?
Speed it up. We're running out of time there, bub.
Okay, I'm going to speed up. I'm going to say sit Michael Turner, start Moeldy Moore. Pretty high on Moeldy Moore after he's been playing for Pittsburgh for a while. He's been sitting under the radar, played for the Vikings for a while. Extremely fast runner. He's shifty. I think he's really similar to Willie Parker, which is very similar. Yeah, he's got that speedy, quick cut. He makes one cut and goes. Very similar to Willie Parker. Willie Parker puts up a lot of yards. Why not? Now you have Michael Turner playing against the Bears defense. Look out. Scary.
I
That's
would
right.
agree with you, but I think the Steelers are on a bye this week.
Ooh, ouch.
Why didn't you tell me that before?
I don't know. I
Apparently
didn't know
you
that
don't
you were
watch
going to pick
football.
Moeldy Moore.
Why do you got to make me look so bad on TV?
They might not be. I just
think you
think
did
they are.
yourself. I think that has nothing
Start
to do with
Moeldy
Sam
Moore
or
anyways.
us.
Michael
Yeah.
Turner's not going to do anything.
He's not going to do anything.
Start my grandma.
Wow.
I think somebody
Yeah,
else.
she is. I have never actually met your grandmother.
Oh, she's fast.
I've heard she's nice.
I'm going to take
lady.
quarterbacks, and I'm going to start Kyle Orton. I think Kyle Orton is going to go big because everybody so far has thrown touchdowns like mad against the Falcons, and he looks good.
He really
He
does
does-
look
he
good,
looks
though.
He's
good.
fantastic. Who are you talking
He looks
about?
fantastic.
Kyle Orton.
Oh, yeah, he's good.
They
He's
used to want
good.
him just as a game manager. He is actually
Well, no, I think that was just 'cause
making
he was,
every throw.
yeah, I think that was because he was a
He's
rookie,
hairy.
And when they held on to him, it seemed like they wanted this guy to be their guy. We got a call.
Oh,
Hello.
Jason.
Jason.
Hey, Jason.
Jason, are you starting Moaldi Moore?
What's that?
What's your question, Jason? It's a football show.
Well, for the guy in the white shirt, is his name Mac?
Mac.
Don't ask me anything.
Like McDonald's?
Ha. So, what would you think if New England plays the Saints?
If they played,
Yeah.
should they happen to play, what would I think?
Do you think Reggie Bush could handle what they're bringing?
I just like their logo.
Which
Do you
one?
do logos?
Yeah. Whose logo?
Whose logo are you talking
I
about?
don't know. I think Reggie Bush could probably make a few mad dashes. I don't see the Saints winning.
Even against a
Patriots?
Yeah,
geriatric defense,
yeah,
the defense of the
you're crazy.
Pats are so old. He'd
I
slice
think
them
the
up.
Saints are inconsistent, and I think what the Patriots bring to the table is consistency.
I think if,
Consistently slow, they'll consistently.
I think if it was a breakdancing competition, the Saints would take it.
Oh yeah.
I think if they what?
If it was a
If it was a
breakdancing
breakdancing
competition, Saints
competition,
got it. Have you
they've
seen
got-
those guys dance?
Yeah.
Some of the
They're
best
dancers.
end zone dancing
They
I've
should
seen.
start their own rap. I mean, that's never been done in football before, right?
Yeah, well,
No,
the
the
Saints
Bears-
have actually
Bears
slowed
were
people
close.
down this year on defense. They have done it. They've slowed people down on defense. Finishing, however, my picks for the fantasy football because inquiring mind want to know, and I've been serving up some dishes filled with knowledge.
Steamy piles.
I'm gonna sit Peyton Manning, my guy. They're still gonna win. They're still gonna win, but nobody throws big numbers against the Ravens. It just doesn't happen.
That's true.
So I sit Manning. I go with the man Kyle Orton.
Good call, I think.
If they have a very brief
That is
final
bold.
thought from anyone,
I think that's bold.
I love you, Marley.
bold.
Bold.
No.
I
no
guess
brief final
thank you,
thoughts?
callers.
Yes, I guess thank you,
Thank you.
callers.
Thanks
Oh,
for watching.
hello, Brad.
Brad, real quick, Brad, what do you got?
2 seconds, Brad.
Brad.
Well, we've got 2 undefeated teams left in the NFL, correct?
Right.
Yes, sir.
Yes. What do you think about the upcoming matchups?
Well, the Titans aren't playing anybody, so they're not going to lose.
That's for
True.
sure.
Titans stay undefeated.
And I think the Giants probably are only going to get to like 7-0, and then they're going to lose.
Who will?
Thank you, Brad.
Thanks,
And
Brad.
I think that is actually all the time we have for tonight. I will thank callers. I will thank my esteemed
Thanks, guys.
colleagues and
Thank you.
friends. Good night and farewell.
Good night. Good night, Marley.